You are now tuned in to Show the Movement Radio.
Come on, y'all, grab your shots and tap in with young Sir the Movement and Sam Ross.
I ain't even do nothing.
Yeah, you did a little something. Okay, so
Lorraine,
we live.
slide down just a tad bit for me, baby. Just a tad bit for me, baby.
So we be in the camera.
Yes. You are not tapped back in to Show the Movement Radio.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So listen, man. We got our little technical things together. We're back, and we're excited, happy, and elated to have the chairman. Is that right? The chairman?
Yeah.
Of the Houston Black Panther Party. Y'all, let's give him a hand. Let's give him a hand. Let's give him a hand. In the
Give
building.
me a
man.
hand clap for a thing.
So, yo, I need to get a little hand clap there.
I got you. I'm gonna work on that.
So
I'm
when
gonna
I
work
say
on
give a
that.
hand, it sounds like we at the arena theater.
You feel me?
I need to feel that.
I feel you. I got you. I'm working on it.
Man, I'm excited about this one because it's my family, you know what I'm saying? My cousin here, so any of y'all decide y'all want to come on with
Gets down.
Yeah. You know what I'm
He said he came with that thing and he ain't scared to use it.
So,
Gets down.
nah, but for real, go and introduce yourself. Tell the people who you are.
Once again, I got you.
Yeah.
So the name is Preach. That's my alias, I guess. I usually don't give out my government, but you know, for the sake
You
of
don't have to.
context,
You
but
got
they
to.
say I don't have to, so I'm gonna roll with
Brother,
Preach.
brother Preach.
They ain't, hold on. They ain't about to come back and say they found you for looking at my show. Hell no.
I'm gonna roll with Preach, then, man. Definitely. I am the chairman of the Houston Black Panther Party Legacies. We're one of the youngest groups that's
Turn
coming
up.
out now, you know. And I mean, our number one focus is the community. You know, of course, ours first, and then every other disenfranchised community that follows. So that's our number one focus. That's our main focus, man. Really getting out here, getting things done within the city we live in,
Yeah,
which is the city of Houston. You know, it's a lot of people doing a whole lot of shit outside of Houston. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Our focus is H-Town.
Yeah.
We got a lot of work to do right here in Houston.
So tell the people some of the things that you guys have already accomplished.
So for those, if you follow me, you know, and appreciate Kinfolk for hooking that up for me, we still have the Thursday weekly community food drive in the Homestead area. We've been doing that since February of this year. Also, we partnered up with the Reach Empowerment Youth Center, which is on the southeast side, where we're basically building the programs up, really trying to help her get that, which is also a sister by the name of Miss Ramirez. You know, the last name kind of shakes people up, but she's a beautiful chocolate woman. You know what I mean? So, and then you was alluding to something earlier as far as, you know, situations with battered women. That's crazy
Yeah.
you asked that because
Yeah, I said how,
Yeah.
for those who didn't hear, I said how, if a woman is battered in a relationship that she's being beaten or controlled, whatever, how can she reach out for help or say, hey, I need help, can you guys come help me?
the best way to contact us is to follow us online at Instagram, Houston BPP Legacies, and then on Facebook, Houston Black Panther Party Legacies. And it's crazy you asked me that because we've actually already had 2 situations this year where we had to go get, you know what I mean, a few women out of those type of situations. And a lot of men really don't care to put themselves in between domestic violence situations, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because growing up, it's, hey, that's
Yeah.
their business.
Yeah.
Stay out of them people's business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She gonna leave when she get ready.
But it is a reality that the least protected woman in this country is black women. You know, our women are assumed to be the strongest, you know, the most powerful, the smartest. So
Well, I think that's because of that bark.
they got a bark. They got a
Black
bark.
women got a bark
But
on
so,
them, boy.
But so do we.
Yeah.
It's gotta bleed.
No, I'm just saying that's why they are assumed to be the most strongest, and I said that so wrong. That subject verb agreement. The most strongest. Hey, excuse me. Detroit, don't you dare get in this conversation.
Who said that?
You showing them childhoods, man.
Yeah, so but I'm just saying that's why they're perceived to be the strongest, the most strong-willed, things of that nature, because that bark is heavy.
It is. But when they call, one thing I know about sisters, if they call, it's for a real reason. You know what I mean? And about a month ago, honestly, this was about a week and a half ago, we had another situation with a sister who needed to basically be removed from an abusive situation. And we're not here to cause more confrontation with our own people as well. So even in those situations, you gotta really be smart. You know what I mean? As far as how you handle getting the woman out of the situation and getting her to a safer location. So usually we wait till the other party's not around, something like that. Of course, we'll still pull up protecting ourselves. Of course, you know what I mean. We believe in the Second Amendment, like the mug down here. So don't get it twisted. But nevertheless, the first thought is not confrontation. So you want to be as smart as you possibly could be. But those two situations, we actually were able to get those two women out of the abusive situation into a safer situation, And then there's so many other programs here in the city of Houston that you link them up with. You know what I mean? Meaning avenues we might not have ourselves. We know other avenues that we can link them up with that caters to battered women or women from that type of situation. So, and I mean, that's the basis, but we are a group of men that will pull up for that type of stuff, definitely. You know what I mean? I got a wife now, I got a daughter now. I never thought I'd have a daughter, but now I got one. And I would pray, if I'm not here and my daughter goes through something like that, somebody would pull up on her behalf, you know what I mean? So, definitely, man.
You said a few seconds ago, of course, you don't want to cause more conflict, amongst ourselves and whatnot. So, is there ever a situation to where y'all actually have a conversation with the other party?
Most definitely.
And try to kind of rationalize with them and try to get them to see something different, or does it kind of?
It's been a few times where we've caught the other party in the past or whatnot, and we were able to have a discussion rather than it escalating into something else. What we really be wanting the people to know in the city is if you call up, we not the police. Right. Police are trained to de-escalate, but we know from our experiences they rarely de-escalate situations. You know what I mean? Especially when you're dealing with a black man, they're usually gonna pull up very aggressive. Yeah. Expecting
what y'all at my house for?
You know what I mean? Off rip. Yeah. Off rip. So we want people to know that when we pull up, even though you might see us locked and loaded, that's to protect ourselves, because we have had a situation where one of our comrades wouldn't handle the situation on his own. It was a family domestic violence situation, and he pulled up by himself on behalf of his cousin, and he didn't have comrades with him. We didn't do any recon of what's going on in the situation. He ended up being shot 6 times. Wow. He didn't die. You know what I mean? My boy Dez, we still praying for you, but nevertheless, he could have lost his life. Yeah. That's the whole purpose of having a Black Panther party in your community.
Wake me when I land, wake me when I land, wake me when I land, the world is in my hands. Wake me when I land, wake me when I land, wake me when I land, the world is in my hands.
Love, set a goal, accomplish it, and stick to the plan. Build from the ground up, place each grain of sand. Your man had the baton and didn't hand it, he just ran. Glass half full, cause you know exactly where he stands. My brother used to make the block exchange, now we at the stock exchange. Same objective, yeah, he just making sure them profits came. Smoke too good, it's too potent, I'm so hot, my mind delayed. Came back home with a single mission, get to the back like I'm delayed. Lately been obsessing about the routes I choose in it. If I don't like something, then I'll just change the rules in it. Can't justify the existence. Them fools figments, channel my ancestors' tombs to ensure my wounds lifted.
Wake me when I land, wake me when I land, Wake me when I land. The world is in my hands. Wake me when I land. Wake me when I land. Wake me when I land. The world is in my
Whole purpose of having a Black Panther party in your communities. You know what I mean?
It's a party. That
So
means
you're
it's more
saying
than
your
one person.
community though, but does that like? Are you saying just in Houston period, or do y'all only cater to certain communities?
Well,
He said Houston about 12 times.
No,
we are Houston based.
I got that part.
We are Houston
But
based.
he may only work in one community. You
No.
get what I'm saying? Like,
Ain't
he
like
might not go.
neighborhood.
Is you about to come out to Katy and de-escalate? That's what I'm trying
Yeah.
to figure out. You know what I'm saying? Is you gonna go
Yeah.
to Richmond and de-escalate? Is that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
how?
The
Do it
difference
matter,
is,
or y'all just going wherever y'all need it? Like,
we go
you know
where
what
we
I'm
need
saying?
it. We go where we need it. You
That's
know,
over across the entire city.
that's across the entire city.
I was
You know what
trying to get a Butterfinger the other day, and this dude tried to stop me. So I had to call him so I can get my thing together. You know,
Mhm.
I needed my Butterfinger.
No, that's what you say.
I'm just
Crazy.
saying.
Nah.
Now, see, but now you gotta understand this certain situation, because we done had people call us with just some nonsense, like, brother, we not, come on, brother, we not.
They kicked me out the store because I was
You know
black.
what I mean? I remember it was an old school brother called me one time. He lived way out in the boonies, in the redneckville. Don't disrespect to nobody. You know what I mean? If you from Texas, though, it's
We
places
call it
out
white
here.
man land. That's what we call it.
Okay, you can say that too, or you can call them sundown towns. They still got
Wonder
them in the
Bread
state of Texas.
Factory.
They
Hold
do.
on, y'all got too
Sundown
many
town.
names for this boy.
They still got them days. They still got sundown
Yeah.
towns in Texas.
They
So,
do.
brother
Wonder
live
Bread
way out
Hold
here in
on,
the boonies.
hold on. Don't try to overlook that part because people from the north, like me,
Y'all
don't know what that means. I
You
know
gotta
what
be-
I
you
know
gotta
what
be-
it means.
It
You gotta be in before the sun go down.
You
But
be
some
your
people don't
back
know.
up
So
out of
explain
there
it to the
from
people.
sundown.
There are still areas in
You
the
have to
state
be
of
out of that
Texas.
city before.
Really in the South. Texas, Louisiana, Florida, Alabama, Arkansas, places like that. There are still areas where, the brownest of people, you probably don't want to get caught there after dark.
I'm gonna just say this: if you
And that's
travel
real.
19 East, don't stop in Vida. That's all I'm saying.
Vida,
Don't
Jasper,
stop and
cut and
Vida.
shoot. Yeah, like it's places you don't want to get caught
Hey,
in
bro.
when
Cut
the
and
sun
shoot.
go down.
They will cut and
That's
shoot.
a real city in the
Yo.
state of Texas.
It's
mind
really
you.
called couldn't
It's
shoot.
called
That's the
cut and
name
shoot.
That's
Texas.
something.
In
That's
real life,
something
so-
there for you attached.
But yeah, it's a brother that was out there, man, and so he had like the fuck Trump sign up on his house, whatever. And he calls us because he's being harassed by, the people in the community. I say, brother, but you live in a community. He tripped him out when he said, he asked me what would he advise me to do. I say, brother, I would advise you to move. If that's what you want to
And I
do.
advise you to do.
If that's what you want to do,
If this
you
is your
probably wanna
favorite,
move.
listen. If this is your
Like-
favorite sign, and you gotta have this sign in
You
your
gotta have
yard.
this sign in your
Probably
yard.
wanna
Right.
move, man.
Yeah, address. Listen, I hear from the Lord right now. Address change
Hey,
is in your
You
future.
don't want to lift your
While we
voice in
speaking
this
on Trump signs, I picked up this little extra gig doing deliveries for Amazon or whatever. So
My Jesus lapel.
yesterday
on.
morning we pull up to a delivery.
Ooh.
Trump 2020 all over the house.
everywhere.
So it's me and May together because we deliver at 3:30 in the morning, so it's dark and stuff still outside, whatever. So she about to try to open the gate to go on the porch. I said, if you don't leave that package right there at that
Hey,
gate,
keep
he
it
knew what he was getting into when he put the
Hey.
damn Trump signs up.
Hey.
Ain't nobody about to open this man's gate and go in here and put no package. Hell no, I ain't lying. I ain't
No.
dying for no package.
No
Not gonna
bet.
do it. He gonna swear we was coming to harm him.
Listen.
With an Amazon vest
Oh,
on.
yes, sir.
It's about wisdom, not foolishness.
You feel me?
We use
I
wisdom,
can't lie.
man.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
We use wisdom.
He said he would have pulled off. I already know what he about to say.
Listen,
Undeliverable.
nobody's packages would have got delivered that night.
Undeliverable.
After that package, nobody else's packages would have been delivered.
Bruh. Listen, let me tell you.
I would have said they robbed me.
Ah! He came out with a gun.
He came out with a gun and said, "Empty the truck."
Empty the truck. I said, yes, sir, truck, sir.
And I would have went back to base and said, "Listen, y'all lucky, y'all got this truck back."
In real life.
In real life, you use your own vehicle.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
It's
Oh,
called
you
Amazon Flex. You choose
Oh.
your own blocks. You
shoulda
use your own vehicle.
You should have flexed and not been there.
You should have flexed the company truck or something.
He
That's when
said you should have flexed and pulled your dumb ass off before you delivered that damn package.
I ain't gonna be able to do it.
Bruh, I swear I'm
That's
just.
earlier
You know
oil
you
changes
sleep, you
on
still
your-
got sleep in your eye. We pull up. The fuck? Oh hell no! I got to go.
Look,
What is
So
really
there-
going on?
Excuse me. there has been an instance, and I remember because we talked about it, that the HPD was scared to go into an apartment complex.
Wow.
And the party went in and got the assailant.
Wow.
Yeah, that happens too.
Wow.
In real life. And that was a situation with a little girl that had been abused. 4-year-old little girl.
Oh,
And you now y'all got the badges and the legal right to enforce your will on the people.
I have a question.
Y'all call it
What skin color were they?
Of course they look like us.
Oh, gosh. Okay, and the assailant must have been fair skinned.
No, the assailant was black too.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
it's black on black.
Hold on, this is black on
some,
black.
We got some sick people in our communities too, you know.
But it don't hit national news.
It just don't
You
hit
ain't never
national news.
seen no Unabomber that was black.
Look,
Yeah, you ain't never seen a black
With a
Unabomber.
bomb, you gotta be on time.
we
Yeah, you
still
got-
shot
you got
to
to
this.
I'm not
remember.
doing this with you today. You're not about to cut up on me today like this.
I told Phil this.
The Ryan
was
just
that
started
last
being
week?
on time last week, so now he want to talk about
Now you
somebody
want to
being
crack
on
on
time.
time, Joe.
Okay, that's fine.
Hey,
I said last week you just started being on time.
I told fam last week we still shocked that the DC snipers was black.
I'm
We
still
couldn't
shocked by
believe it.
that. I'm still
Couldn't
shocked.
believe
They
it.
was black.
Look, she
Yeah,
look,
DC
she
sniper.
didn't remember.
I just assumed they was white. I ain't
Hey,
even
who was
do no
that?
follow up.
Who was that football player that went around shooting people?
Oh Lord.
Ray Rice.
Ray Rice. No, not Ray Rice. What's his name? Ray Rice, the one beat up his girlfriend in the damn elevator. He
Yeah.
got caught on video.
Y'all not gonna just be putting all my people out here on blast and bringing
That's-
up old
that's-
shit.
that's the
shit.
news.
We got some
I'm
shit
just
to fix,
saying,
too.
he
That actually
need
made
to
us
move
look
past
good.
that. Don't be bringing up old
No, we
shit.
just trying to
Now,
figure
see,
out
that's
what we
why-
need to
now,
do.
see, that's why black people should never get fixed right there.
Mess.
Oh, just move past that. Ignore it.
I can't remember his name
Well,
right now.
if I listen,
Yeah.
it's so many horrific things that happen to us in our community.
For real.
Yeah, we don't
But
talk about
but
it.
the thing is, we don't talk about it because as a people, if we go back to slavery time, you better be quiet, or master gonna beat
Shut
you
up,
again.
You better shut
So
up.
and it turned from you
Y'all,
better be
we've
quiet.
been removed from slaves a long time. We need to give up some of these stuff.
But listen
This
to
stuff
the
that
chronological
happened in the
order
That's
of
kind
it.
of the
It's
point.
a
They-
mental block.
This is what I'm saying. It started then.
Block, man.
Be quiet or master gonna beat you. Then that turned into, you better not tell nobody what's going on in my house. Then that turned into, be careful how you act and all of that in public because that's a representation of what's going on in my house.
Mhm.
So now we at the point to where I don't want.
Shit boiling
I don't
over
know.
now.
Yeah. So now everybody. Oh, I'm grown and you can't tell me nothing. So I'm gonna say whatever I want to.
But people still not snitching in our community.
Oh, so let's go
No
let's go
snitching.
back to that incident so you can tell us how y'all. Well, I know you can't fully get into the
Yeah.
inner workings of it, but you can tell us how y'all were able to handle that
Oh
situation.
man, basically we just went into the community, you know. Like I told you earlier, police didn't want to deal with it. You know, they claim that's a very dangerous area, whatever. Which I be feeling like that's when y'all supposed to drop your nuts. Then you want to drop your nuts on people
Yeah,
that
when
ain't
you gonna
really
be a police
appreciate
officer,
you. You feel me? Like.
Sir, you stole a piece of gum. Sir, you stole
Now
a piece
you
of
wanna
gum.
drop your nuts now.
That's what
You
you
know,
signed
like
up for.
to me. So we basically just went in and operated our own search. You know, we knock on doors, question the people that's around. Then when we finally got word of where the actual apartment was, the people had the little cameras out there so they could see us outside. They wouldn't come to the door, whatever. We pull off, got another sister to come back, out of uniform, basically kind of suckered them outside. You know what I mean? And from there,
Boy,
hey,
some legs will get a nigga
Hey.
for anything, boy.
They knew exactly what to do. Send the sister in.
hey,
Send the sister in.
Make
The
sure
one
her
with the big
skirt's showing.
booty.
the rest is history. You feel me? The rest is
Her
history.
shirt not low enough.
So yeah, we deal with a lot of those too.
Halter. We need a halter.
Look,
Not a t-shirt, a
I
halter.
remember you were talking about the situation with the brother who barbecued though. That was on Elder Boulevard.
It
Literally,
was.
that was in my neck of the woods. You feel me? The Polo Club, to be exact.
The Polo
The
Club.
Polo Club, right
Oh,
there on the boulevard.
I always wondered if he had some garlic salt.
Oh man.
Some,
The Polo Club.
Man.
I like the way you
Pepper.
said that though.
Hey,
Polo
they done changed the name. Because of that, it ain't even called the Polo Club no more. They trying to break that stigma off the boulevard.
Boy, it's so much that would never be broke off the boulevard. If you know anything about the Ella Boulevard, boy, you know.
Man, look.
And then you know, don't make a left and hit North Borough. That's just a whole nother.
Man, look, I found out real quick. I ain't been for that area. I'm just
Look.
not. I ain't been for that shit.
Hey man, I stayed in Cranbrook for so long, boy.
Man, Cranbrook down.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was there for about 2 months.
I thought you about to say 2 years. You
No,
said
it's
2
too
months.
I ain't built.
Hey, Cranbrook, the only place you can be getting out your car and they can just walk up on you and say, man, just go and give me the keys, bro.
Just don't give me
Damn.
Yeah, like
accidental shootings, all kinds of
yeah, actually, how you accidentally get shot?
stupid shit, man.
Hold on.
So most of y'all like situations like peaceful or hostile or kind of in between?
A lot of them hoes be hostile, to be honest.
Most of them, right?
When you say hostile, like you be having to beat niggas' ass or?
Man.
Like I guess I want to know the level of hostility. You know,
Tactical, motherfucker.
Then you gotta whoop a nigga ass. Then you gotta shoot a
Tactical, motherfucker. I gotta get tactical. Okay.
Me personally, I've never had to discharge my firearm at nobody. You know, in those situations. But nevertheless, the hostility, of course.
Yeah.
I had to put my hands on a few people a few times.
Okay,
but I ain't never had to shoot nobody. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna get into all the details though, you know what I'm talking about?
We on that.
Hey,
look. If we pop through that, mean a flash flood coming. G-Ma looked at me, say I'm up to something. But really, I wasn't even up to nothing. My nigga sliding, I'ma slide too. I got a bad bitch and she tall too. Race too real to be a disguise. I got aim, my arm stabilized. Don't believe me, my nigga come and test it. We ain't dodging bar, y'all like a skate pay. If I said it, then homie, I meant that. Words of something, you can't take back. I'm a man, I'm wrong, I admit that. See, blowing my phone, the wall text back. He play get gas for your daddy. Sophisticated.
you know what I'm talking about?
We on that.
Hey, look, it get real out here. Our people is something else. That's all I can say. We something else, man. You know, you gotta love us or hate us.
What made you get into this line of work?
Oh man, honestly, the only time I've been kicked out of school, almost kicked out of school anyway. I was a junior in high school at Westfield High School. And I was already kind of on this type of tip, you know what I mean? As far as the pro-black stuff, I idolize people like Huey Newton, Bobby Seale, Malcolm X, Eldridge Cleaver, and so on and so on. So, first stunt I pulled in high school was homecoming week of 2004. We got dress-up day every day that week. At that particular time,
in 2004, but go ahead.
I'm a little older than I look. I know it.
Just fucked me up. I'm thinking we the same damn age.
I'm a little older than I look. Whew. So, Decade Day. They had Decade Day. And mind you, after I tell you this story, they don't have Decade Day no more at Westfield High School. So, boom.
So you messed up a whole tradition.
Whole day. Messed up our one.
You messed the whole thing
They
up.
probably still tell stories about your age.
Hell yeah. So Decade
He said it probably hell yeah.
Decade Day. We pull up. I was like in the high school fraternity, little junior fraternity, the Dukes, whatever. So me and some of my bros, we just started. We ain't have like Facebook and Instagram and all that yet. I think they had Black Planet. Black Planet was out right then and there. MySpace hadn't even hit yet.
Damn, really?
Nah, in high school, MySpace was out.
Nah, it was Black Planet in 04 though.
Yeah, Black Planet.
MySpace came like 05, 06. Yeah.
Black Planet was the first Tinder.
Black Planet was the first. What?
It was the first Tinder. You was on Black Planet? Oh, you was too young.
No, I had a Black Planet. I might not have supposed to, but I had one.
Oh, she had one. Okay.
Mama, you heard that, Mama? Hope had a Black Planet.
Look, I'm grown now. Shit, she don't even know what Black Planet is.
Mama, you need to whoop her. Just know that.
She don't know what Black Planet is.
She was out there making them codes.
I had a crush spot, all of that.
Oh, what?
Crush spot.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, that's from North. That's from Detroit.
Yeah, that's a good one.
No, that's a gay people site. Y'all wouldn't know about this.
Who?
For decades.
Gay people site.
A gay people site?
That's what I'm waiting.
Back to
I
Decade
don't know
Day.
what that is.
So basically, me and my bros, we kind of threw the little birdie out to a few people. We show up on Decade. The birdie was to come to school dressed like Black Panthers for Decade Day. That was the birdie. Okay.
Oh, that's right.
So boom, we come to school on Decade Day, not expecting what the hell we saw. It's like 150 something people actually did the shit. Came in this hoe dressed like Black Panthers, you feel me? So in Westfield, they got a hallway called the Blue Hallway. So we lined everybody up in the Blue Hallway. Put everybody in 2 single file lines. Boys got the Roots book, down with the man signs. It's all, they went all the way out with the shit, you know what I'm saying?
About 150.
Man, we deep. So we lined everybody up 2 single file lines, taught them a little chant. We marched around the whole Westfield High School, downstairs, upstairs, all the way around this mug singing, "Get up for them Panthers, everybody get up." Got to the lunchroom, did the big old hug like this, and got the rock in the lunchroom and all kind of shit, you know what I'm
Y'all
saying?
some hooligans.
Yes, that's a beautiful word for that. There you go.
And then me and my boy Fair, they walked up on me and Fair, they called us the ringleaders. They wanted to put us out of school. The principal, assistant principal, they came with the Capitol Police telling us to take our gloves off. This is when I realized I was already like this, long before now. I told Mr. Lakin, I'm using your name, I don't care. So yeah, I told Mr. Lakin, I say, Mr. Lakin, unless you finna go in your office and get on the intercom and tell everybody in this school that got a glove on with their outfit to take their damn gloves off, we not taking off shit. Period. So that was the one and only time I almost got kicked out of school. And from then on, it was just like, I know that's my lane. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I knew that was my lane.
It was something that just
I knew it was my
right
lane.
about it.
It was too comfortable.
Resonated, yeah.
Everything about the situation was just very comfortable to me. Even the backlash, I was just too comfortable. Like, okay, I think I'm built for this shit in real life.
Oh, I'm suspended for a week. That's fine.
I ain't tripping on that. You
No,
can't kick
alright.
me out of school though. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
I'll see you next
What?
Monday, nigga.
Hey. That's when I knew that's my lane. You know what I mean? That's my real lane right
But
there.
man, what was everybody's favorite meal in high school? You
Meal?
in high school. Man, I used to remember them little blocks of fish.
I ain't gonna
With
lie,
the cheese
Westfield
on
had
it.
some food though, boy. I ain't
Nah,
gonna
we
lie.
didn't have that.
We had some food, man.
We didn't do all that. Did you
We had
have
the
it?
Panther Den.
The what?
The Panther Den. That's where
Right,
everybody ate. We
Mustang.
didn't really eat the
Yeah.
school lunch. The Panther Den was like, yeah, all
You had
the
to pay for that
snacks.
food, though.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
had to
yeah.
pay for that.
No, we did have good pizza though, and you know the regular shit, but yeah.
Bougie. Panther Den? Yeah.
I went to a predominantly white school, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh, you went to a predominantly white school?
She just
I'm
got that
sorry. I
color.
didn't mean to-
Everybody, she just got that
I
color.
didn't know what a
she has
Panther Den
now.
was. I'm so sorry.
In my high school, it just still had all the perks of a predominantly white school.
He said, but it was
Wasn't
definitely
no white
black.
school
though.
no more by the time I got there. For real. One of my older cousins was the first black cheerleader at Westfield High School.
You know what? They had to change the curriculum when we moved to the
What's the name of
suburbs.
that show? What was the show? 90210?
Yeah,
You remember that?
no.
That's the
Yeah,
mid.
He took it back.
Yeah,
Back.
Westfield was like that in the 90s, then it kind of flipped in the 2000s, you know what I'm saying? But it still had the perks of a white school.
Man, I know so many. I know a lot of people that went to Westfield,
Hey, man.
and
Hey,
they
son.
all
We some dope people,
they
man.
all got a hint of ratchet in them.
Some got
That shit was
more
like
than
reality TV,
It's
bro.
a hint. It's a hint of ratchet.
Like reality TV.
Hey, y'all own culture down here though, low key. Like that's what made me want to stay here in real life, cause y'all got y'all
Are you
own.
talking about Houston or just in the South, period?
Oh, you talking
Houston
about
for
Sam
sure
Ross?
has its own
Houston
culture, but
for sure.
the South has its
But the
own
South
culture
is
also.
really-
Like
Or are you talking about Sam Ross?
Ah.
fuck a Sam Ross.
But see, he asked you that because we're a little different. Because we got a little ratchet from both sides of the track, from Florida to
And
Texas.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
So it's a little different.
Yeah, this another one that
Yeah,
uh-huh.
I grew up in Orlando.
Yeah.
Oh, so y'all the Florida boys.
Jits.
We
All
been
day.
here longer.
I heard
We been
y'all
here longer,
Florida
but-
boys is crazy.
Hey, the H-Town boys is too though. Now mix them together.
Oh, man.
Hey, you see my hands up?
Hands up, don't shoot.
I ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Hey, hold on, what my nigga your
I'm
son
just
say? Wait a minute,
Hands
hold
up,
on.
don't shoot, man.
We don't want no smoke.
We're a little different. You feel me? We're a little different.
Yeah, we can't
I got my hands up.
up. We can't prepare that boy.
Hands up.
Hands up, don't shoot, man. I don't want no trouble. I don't want no trouble, man.
Yeah. So,
that make us a little different.
how was the transition? Like, because
Talking about from
after
Florida
high
to
school,
here?
no,
Oh,
I
okay.
know what that was. Don't
Okay,
do that.
okay.
Don't do that. But I'm saying, you know, because after high school, you know, we was all musicians out here trying to make this.
Mhm.
Then how was the transition to predominantly doing things, going from music to predominantly doing things for the party?
Man, with me, it's really not a transition, fam, because I still play drums.
I know.
I'm still be gigging. You feel me? I'm gonna show the sign off too.
Hands up.
yeah,
Hands up.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, I still be gigging. You know. So it really ain't no difference to me though. You know what I mean? Oh, and then the first guys that really got on with me are musicians as well. You know what I mean? So it's like, and people don't know the history of the music. Have y'all seen that special on Prime yet? Summer of Soul. Now y'all gotta check that out. Y'all gotta check that out. Summer of Soul.
Okay.
That just shows you the level that music really played in the movement. Always. Music has always played a very, very strong part of the movement.
Because I like how in the beginning how they put a timeline about what was going on.
The Black Panther Party had a production company. Black Panther Productions, the Looping Band, they had their own band, the whole shebang.
I forget what movie it is. It was about like 6 guys from Chicago and went to the South and they ended up on trial for something.
From Chicago.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I can't think of what the name of it,
It's on
but I know what
Netflix.
you're talking about.
Netflix. Oh, I gotta check that out now.
Yeah, and they were and they definitely if
It was a name that they put on them, right?
Yeah.
It
was a name they put on them.
name?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I don't know what that is now.
Yeah, they
That's something I gotta go check.
yeah, it's
out.
on Netflix.
On Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta go
Was
check
it
that
5
out.
or 6 of them?
It was 6 of them.
It was 6.
Was it the Gina 6? Is that what it was?
It might have been the Genesis.
The Gina 6?
Now I know the story, but I didn't see that movie.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah, they got
Okay.
a movie like
I gotta go check that out. Yeah, I ain't seen that yet.
Okay, put a uncultured ass nigga like me in the game. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna let him explain it because he.
Genesis. I didn't know they came down from Chicago though. I thought they was just here. There's some random brothers they was trying to get at. But basically, white woman got killed, some goofy stuff like that, and they tried to basically plant that murder on these 6 kids. So what they did was they brought them in and they interrogated them for like 30 hours and baited them into, and you know, giving them
just kind of like what's the New York 5 or whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of like When They See Us.
Yeah.
Same type of situation.
Same type of situation. I mean, that stuff's been
People
going
just didn't know
on.
how common that's always
That's been going on, like period. Like that's why
since we got here.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When I get stopped by the police and it may be wrong, like I already be aggravated because I already know how they coming.
No, it ain't wrong.
So I already be aggravated. Like so, any move they make, like I've actually like police officers have tried to pull me out my
And
car.
you're a big brother too.
They gonna
try to drop all they.
So guess what? So
10 on for his age.
And here's the funny part. Okay, so funny story. So I'm riding, and the police officer pulled me over. He tries to literally unbuckle my seatbelt and pull me out the car.
Little peon cop too.
Yeah. So I planted my left foot on the ground and leaned this way, so he just struggling, and I'm still just laying here. I said, now if you want me to go somewhere, all you gotta do is ask me.
Yeah. He want to show you his force with his bad.
So
he see your size and he already.
So he calls for backup. He calls for backup.
Gonna get about 10 on him.
Backup ends up being a constable. But here's where the plot takes a turn. The constable was the old police officer from my high school.
You know him. He know you. He know you.
So the first thing he say is, "What did you do to him?" Sam ain't gonna just haul off and just do some extra. You gotta do something to him.
I know these people.
You gotta do something to him for him to.
Hey, that was good.
Talking about a ram.
It had to be. It had to be. Literally. So, and I know his name is Officer Rosiles. I'll never forget it.
Oh, wow.
Mexican officer. And he say, "Sam, go home." I get back in the car and I drive off.
Oh wow. The ram in the bush. I just got saved last week because I had a car full of kids. If my kids had not been in that car, they probably would have snatched me up. I was gone. They let me make it. He trying to talk to my kids, you know, because they want to show good character to the children. If I'd have been by myself, though, probably would have been out of there. But he look in my car, put the flashlight on my kids and stuff. I got 5 kids in there and a trunk full of football equipment. You know what I mean? On my way to Climb Forest for football practice. He would have got me. Had they not been there, they'd have definitely took me that day. You know, because I was riding dirty. You know what I'm saying? So they would have got me. My kids saved me that time. They was my ram in the bush.
Man, sometimes you never know, man. You always need one, man.
But people his size, they got it worse. That's the crazy shit.
Because they gonna immediately.
They got it worse, bro. They call it bucking.
Because of your size.
You ever heard the term bucking?
Yes.
They want to get the biggest of They want to get the biggest of you, and then break you down. You feel what I'm saying? You have it because of your size, your stature. You'll have it worse than somebody like me. I'm tall, but I'm a weak thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm a weak thing.
I got some cousins that grew up and they were born and raised in Pearland. And
Pearland, Manville.
Magnolia County.
But see,
they
don't understand like how we feel like here because they was raised in like a real nice neighborhood. So they don't understand that, you know, when a cop get behind us, even if they lights not on, we immediately like just tense up.
Paranoid.
The cop turned his lights on behind me this morning, y'all, just to get around me.
Fuck them.
I literally damn near stopped in the middle of the freeway like,
go where you want to go. Do what you want to do.
All I gotta do is see the damn cop.
I ain't even see him because I wasn't
to the right of me, but I just see his ass. I'm like,
I'm gonna slow down. I'm slow down. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, do what you need to do, sir.
I ain't gonna slow down. I'm gonna stay at the same rate that I'm already moving.
I'm from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. In my old neighborhood, the police don't come unless they behind the ambulance.
Man.
I wish.
Man.
You know how it is out there.
I do. That's because they scared.
Yeah.
It's different. But see, the fear factor is different in a place like Florida because of all the other people that's there. Meaning you can see a group of 4 people like us chilling in Florida and won't know what the hell none of us are until we start talking. Right. So it's a totally, you don't want to play with them Haitians.
Different
Haitians will knock your ass off.
Listen, in high school, literally.
Not want to play with them.
Everything I love in high school, I literally watched boys get shanked in middle school. And I'm talking about walk right by you, shank you, and keep walking. Like ain't nothing ever happened.
Boys with machetes and all kind of crazy ass ideas.
I heard them Florida boys is crazy.
Prison shanks, everything.
Hey.
You better learn how to put your hands together out
ball
there.
game.
You better if you growing up in Florida, you better learn how to put your hands together. Because if you don't,
Out in the ball game.
but you gonna be.
Is that why you left Florida?
Nah, I ended up leaving Florida because
I ain't want to leave.
Okay, so I flipped my table over on my teacher and stomped on it.
Damn.
To the point
Okay,
where
crazy, man.
You was one of them Florida niggas that you was talking about.
That's the crazy nigga. That's the one I'm talking about right now.
to the point to where I couldn't go to school in Florida no more. So my mama sent me to a boarding school in Mississippi. By the time I got out of that boarding school, my mom was here. So I did my junior and senior in Houston.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
you was at Elkins.
So you just stayed.
Elkins.
Yeah.
So you just ended up staying.
Yeah, I went and did a year in college. Then my mom got sick, so I came home, and then music took off. This like at the same time. So, like literally, COVID was the first time I spent a full year in Houston.
That's crazy.
Damn, really?
Damn.
From 2007 until
crazy.
COVID, like that was the first time I spent a full year in Houston.
Calendar year in Houston.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Because I was on the road.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the thing. I've always been out. Like you'll see me on the scene, and then I disappear for 2-3 months. Why? Because I'm on the road. Like I'm gone.
Oh wow. Moving and grooving.
And just sitting there again, like he, you know what I'm saying? Like
Never left.
Hey,
like he never left.
that's how it worked though. See, at that time, that's when I was on the road. Rock band, I was with the rock bands then. You was a rock band? Man,
Me
that's
too.
the first time first person that
Listen, that's the best. That's the best money, boy.
Hell yeah.
I believe that.
Listen,
And you ain't gotta spend no money neither. You feel me?
believe that.
Everything paid for.
Oh, you don't
Room,
Listen, bro.
My wife will take care of you.
Party favors, all that extra
Party
shit,
favors.
everything.
Party favors.
We're gonna leave it at that. Party favor.
We're gonna leave it at party favors.
I don't even want to know.
We're gonna leave it at party favors on tonight.
No. What?
Listen, it was a good time out there,
Man.
I played for the Reds, the top 40 man.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we was literally
I was with Sheila Swift then.
between Monday and Saturday. Well, no, not Monday. Between Wednesday and Saturday, every week, we was somewhere between Oklahoma City and here.
Mm-hmm.
In some city, like
Yep.
playing every week.
So since this was your first full calendar year,
No, COVID was so.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Last year was.
Since that was your first year, what are your thoughts on do you miss traveling? Is
Yes.
that you're not
Yes.
ready to sit still no time
I'm
soon?
ready. I'm ready to go.
I was raised by truck drivers.
Ready to go?
Traveling is
Right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Ready to go.
Ready to go.
But these stories y'all gonna be telling
Like
y'all grandkids
I really wish like I could have.
You
What would be the dopest situation for me right now is I could be on the road for like 6 months and have like a unibagel. Or what is it called? Unibagel?
Oh yeah, you're talking about the
Big old RV trailer thing.
Okay, because you love
So we can
stay.
take so I can
wait,
home. So we get home.
Winnebago.
A Winnebago?
See, I thought it was Unibago. It's a Winnebago. See,
Yeah.
so we can homeschool the kids, and then we just be out on the road.
So you want wifey to be with you on the road?
Yeah, why? I mean, why not?
I mean, some niggas don't. They ain't feeling that shit. I was just asking.
Why would I not? Why would I not?
I was just trying to trip you up. My bad, brother.
What you trying to trick me for? I like walking a straight line.
I'm just fucking with you.
I like walking a straight line.
But now I believe it's easier for us. I ain't gonna lie. Boys live their lives in their 20s, man. I had a hell of a 20s.
Boy, listen.
I enjoyed the hell out of my
Live
20s.
for a few men in my 20s,
in
boy.
real life.
Listen
like,
here.
Hey, it's really not as hard now.
Yeah.
But then you more like me too, cause I had never even cohabitated with a woman before prior to my 30s. I did the bachelor
what's your
thing.
feelings on it now?
Bachelor thing, the whole
Oh, I love it.
thing.
Now I'm a homebody like a mother. I be at the crib. You feel me? If I ain't got shit to do, I'm at home. My wife cooked everything.
He's like, I don't even need to be nowhere else. Shit.
I be
You about to go home with some red beans right now.
Right now.
I love it. But the difference is, I did wait. I didn't grow those deceptions in my 20s from living with this woman, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? All that other shit.
So you
Yeah, man.
smart.
I ain't gonna lie. My 20s
I
was.
parlayed, bro. I was really parlaying in my 20s, living the bachelor life. I have my own crib. You can't get a key to my crib. I don't need a key to yours neither. You feel me? We can kick it. I'll come chill with you. Come chill with me. But hey, then you gotta leave.
And then if I make
And
you
I
feel, I'm
gotta
gonna
leave.
go home.
You
You
feel me?
got a
I gotta go home,
48. You got a 48-hour maximum.
Hey.
It don't even sound like they had that long fucking with this nigga. It
Hey.
sounded like they had to leave the same night.
Because I done had some situations. I ain't even like females knowing what you remember Tokyo Hana?
Oh
Because you
man.
knew better, you learned.
Listen.
Tokyo Hana was right behind I was living in Park Trails on Blue Edge. Tokyo Hana, this is when the strip popping. You got Tokyo, Slicks, Drillers, Time Out, all that shit right there. It was rocking and rolling back
Y'all
there.
can't tell this is a true north side.
That's a real north side.
All that popping right now. You feel me? You had D1 was the shit, Bugatti, you had Trans over here, the after like that's when the area was popping, bro. So now I done had some situations where I'm coming up the stairs. My younger on the third floor. I done came up my stairs with a whole nother female and another female that done been is at my door. Knocking at and I'm coming up my stairs with a whole nother female. Just because she know where I stay.
So the
How
first
did
thing
you
you
play
said
that
to
off?
yourself was, I ain't never let
First of all, neither one of them was my gal. So I'm gonna tell you what I said.
Gal. Y'all heard him.
I'm gonna be 100 with it. This is a real story. I ain't
I
gonna
mean,
use no
technically,
names.
ain't neither one of y'all.
You know one of the girls, and you do. So I'm not gonna use no names.
Yeah, I
But
don't
this
be
is
in it. I
a
don't
true
be in it.
story. You feel me? I'm gonna tell y'all when we get off air who the other one is, cause y'all know who she is. So
I
bam,
probably
Oh,
know
then
both
we
of
both
them.
know who she.
I probably know both of them.
you might.
You probably
I know you
both
know
of
one of
them.
them.
I probably
I know you know. I know both of y'all know one of them. You might know both of them. Anyway, boom. I'm coming up the stairs. She at the door. Got blunt in her hand. She at the door. Oh, now I was waiting on you. That chick behind me. I'm like, I catch it real quick. I was like, look, I wish you would have hit me up real quick. You know what I'm saying? But look, you look a little faded. If you need to go and lay down, you know what I'm saying, you're good. So one was laying on the couch while I took the new one
In the room.
The new one's done. She ready to go home.
Music on his shit.
The other one wake up. She wake up by 4, 5 in the morning. She and we about out the way. You feel me? There was no drama.
I got a
That's some
question.
grown up shit right
There was
now.
no drama, no
Did
nothing.
she make eggs in the morning?
Hell no, they left.
Everybody left.
Hey,
Scoop to the doop doop doop.
No.
She wasn't asleep. I'm gonna tell you this now. She didn't go to sleep.
Hey, she might have got
She heard you
What
fucking
she
the
did.
shit out of her and she got jealous. Like, I need
She
some ass.
laid down on that couch. She said,
Oh man, I couldn't believe she actually
She
went
said-
for that shit though.
She said, she ain't screaming more than I was.
wow.
Samuel. Don't start your
And
shit
she was
today.
scoping the competition is what she was doing.
I mean, all she was doing was making sure he gave her more than he gave her.
Hey, it might be.
I
All I know is
He said, I'm going to believe that she was asleep.
it
I'm
wasn't
going to
no
stick
drama.
with that.
All I know is it wasn't no drama.
think she was
That's all that mattered. It wasn't no drama.
That what you
I
said?
don't know. All I know is it wasn't no
asleep?
drama.
So you think she was asleep?
It don't matter. It
She
wasn't no
was
drama.
really faded though. I can believe she passed out for a little while because she was faded at the door. She had,
Now,
I'm
when
talking
she
about she
woke
had a
up,
big
she-
old Rasta blunt in her hand too. You feel me? I know she was stupid faded just to pop up at my door and walk up 3 flights of
She
stairs
had to
like
be.
that. She had to be.
He said to show up at my door, you had to be
Hey,
faded.
man.
You know me. You like know me.